Hey guys, this is Seb for FrameAdvantage.com, and this is your Sundays with Sebiel segment. So, a lot been going on since last time I made one of these, mostly because I skipped last week. There was nothing really important to do there. But the last Sundays with Sebiel, I did a little bit of a different format. I let you guys peek into my personal life a little bit more, in case any of you were interested. I thought it was a fun video, and my personal friends liked it a lot. And so if you guys are interested in my doing more of that type of thing, you can let me know, because without spoiling too much, my life is I'm gonna be having some weird adventures in the next couple of months. So if you guys are interested to see, then there's definitely gonna be cool stuff for me to show you. And then the next thing we posted was an entire co-op Portal walkthrough, playthrough, I guess. And it was me and Damdai slowly and painfully figuring out the puzzles in the game. And man, I had so much fun doing it. Judging by the view counts, nobody really cares. But man, like, it was a lot of fun. I recommend you guys check it out. If you guys are worried about story spoilers, the co-op campaign, you guys don't have to worry so much about story spoilers. If you guys are worried about puzzle spoilers, then I can just tell you that we spend a lot more time not solving puzzles than we do solving puzzles. And when we do manage to solve them, we solve them in the most ridiculous ways. Like we don't do the right thing, generally speaking. But yeah, there's that. I don't know if you guys are more interested in us playing like very casual games, or playing like downloadable titles, or actually trying to like doing like more editorial kind of review type of thing. But I kind of use those casual Friday segments to just do whatever the hell I want, which is fun for me. And I think that when I'm making video and I'm having fun making it, then it ends up being fun for you guys to watch too. So that brings us to Mortal Kombat. I filmed some day one Mortal Kombat with Empire Arcadia, but I wasn't really so happy with how it came out, and there wasn't that much interesting stuff going on or anything. So Damda and I took it on ourselves to make some in the lab videos, and we did this completely on our own. We didn't look anything up. We didn't do anything. And actually, before making those videos, we had never even played a human in the game yet. We just played arcade mode. I mean, a little bit of story mode, and played training mode and tried to figure stuff out on our own. And I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, that was my first time actually learning a fighting game from scratch. I had not played any of the previous Mortal Kombats, and I had no idea how the game was like supposed to be played or anything. Like, for example, some highs you can duck and some you can't. Like this stuff, like I still don't understand the systems, and I had a lot of fun figuring that kind of stuff out. Now, that said, there's a lot of stuff that I'm missing. I swear to God, I wrote down all the normals and stuff. Like, that's how I did it. I don't own the strategy guide, by the way. I just looked at the move list and wrote everything down, and then I did everything and took notes. But I guess and then I meant to come back to like the toe up moves, but I forgot. So Sector actually does have an overhead that he can combo from, but yeah, I feel really dumb about it actually. But yeah, I can go into it in the next video. It's not confirmable. It comes off a stance that comes from a command normal. If the stance came from a special, so you can cancel into it, so you could do like 1-2-2, cancel the toe up, and then mix up between sneaky kicks and the overhead, that would be really cool. But that's not how it is. But yeah, man. So I think that you guys responded to the video pretty good. I definitely had a lot of fun making them. But it was really like a labor of love kind of thing, where I just really think Sector's cool as a character, and so I was gonna figure that stuff out anyway, and decided to just make a video because we didn't have enough video at the time. Same thing with Damden about Raiden. Damdai about Raiden. He just really likes Raiden. He thinks Raiden's really cool, and so he made a thing where so I'm kind of torn between just kind of leaving it and moving on, capturing tournaments and stuff, or B, going back and like augmenting them, because by now I actually have a lot more new stuff about Sector. Like I got new, stronger combo enders, new uses for moves that I thought were not useful or at all or anything like that, and stuff like that. So I could kind of make it like a recurring series about like me learning this one character, Or we could start branching out to other characters and start doing them as well. that's another way we can go about doing it. Although I hope, I don't know, man. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't know. So let me know what you think. If we should just continue like exploring these characters to the like really fully and stuff, and like actually making these videos less of like a video blog and more of a like a actual reference for the character, or if we could just, you know, give that same treatment, a very basic overview to like all the characters, something like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, in any case, what I really wanted to talk about and actually have like as a discussion point was how meter works in this new Mortal Kombat game. And a lot of people are saying that it's just like a direct rip off Street Fighter 4's meter. And you know, there's a lot of borrowed ideas and mechanics for sure. But I really personally think that they did a great job with it. Now, I'm not one to be able to speak about balance and stuff yet. Like, obviously for my videos, there's a lot of things about this game that I still don't know, and I just need more exposure to the game at a competitive level. But in terms of theory, I think it's fantastic. So, so first of all, you know, there's the fact that you can use the meter offensively or defensively. So obviously you can use EX and supers and spend it to deal more damage, or you could use breakers to protect yourself from damage. And the way this ends up mathematically is actually pretty nice, because I know for my character personally, if you add 1 bar off EX to your combo, then you're looking at like, you know, between 10 and 20 extra percent damage, right? Whereas if you use your breaker right when the opponent starts a combo, it takes 2 bars. So if you take like basically, you know, 20% multiplied by 2, and you have 40%. So you can use, it's basically 1 bar is about 20% in terms of combo. Whereas you're adding it to your combo, or you're subtracting it from your opponent's combo. So I think that's really interesting. This game has no cancel into nothing, which is like X Factor or FADC or Rapid Cancel or Roman Cancel or Baroque or anything like that. It has no system like that in place, but with the breaker system, you could actually kind of do the same thing at a high level. Not like specifically, but at a high level. For example, in Street Fighter 4, you could do like DP FADC to make it safe. So it's like, okay, I'll do an unsafe move, but because I have this much meter, I can make it safe if I choose to. Although that system is not necessarily in place in Mortal Kombat, because of the breaker system, it kind of actually is. Because what happens is, I'll do an unsafe move, an uppercut or whatever, and on block, you know, I'll get punished. And if I break that right away, then it's kind of like spending 2 bars to keep your uppercut safe. I'm spending 2 bars to make your punish do nothing to me. So, you know, I think it's interesting. The fact that they chose 3 instead of 4, so you cannot store 2 breakers, is also interesting. But something that Dan and I talked a lot about and discussed a lot and really like about the game is how supers work. Now, I remember in my video I said that the super is basically worthless, but I've kind of come around to it a little bit more after playing, you know, spending like a couple sessions playing with human players, and they do something really cool with the super specifically, but as kind of an overview for the game, like how you input combos and stuff like that, you can't really hit confirm all that much. Some characters you can more than others, but it's not like Marvel. If I hit you with a crouching light attack in Marvel, then you are gonna get launched and you're gonna eat supers, at least 1 super, and then maybe I got more supers coming at you. Whereas in MK, like, if I land a crouching jab, that's it, man. Like, if I want to get something juicier, I have to commit to something juicier, which is really cool. All these games are really into hit confirms lately, and personally, like, that's one thing that kind of makes the Street Fighter 4 series a little more boring to me now, where everything can be comboed off like jabs and shorts. So why are you gonna throw anything out but basically jabs and shorts, other than like really good pokes, like Ryu's crouching medium or something like that. So it's just like, oh, jab, 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 jab. Oh, I got a jab. Now I can do a combo. And whereas this, like, there's a lot of things in place in Mortal Kombat that suggest to you, like, man, if you want to get this combo, you're gonna have to do something more brave than just jabs and shorts. Like, if you want to do the biggest damage that you can do to somebody else, then you better be willing to commit and bet more of your safety to do so. And with supers, this is really apparent because, like, supers are in this game actually remind me of supers from ST. Whereas like supers in well not so much supers but ultras in Street Fighter 4, you're not gonna eat a random ultra. It doesn't happen. The only reason, I mean, with some exceptions like Rose Ultra 2 and stuff like that, if somebody's using an ultra, it's because he knows it's gonna hit for absolute certain, and that makes the game so boring because he's gonna get ultra. My opponent will get ultra unless it just unless he just destroys me. But he's gonna get it because I hit him, right? And then he has ultra until he lands it on me. There's no way for me to bait him out, you know? I have to deal with that ultra for the rest of the match. Like the threat of it, that is. I cannot trick him into wasting it. Whereas in Mortal Kombat, they make the ultras way safer than not the ultras, the X-rays I guess they are. I call them supers. They make the supers way safer, and they give them armor, which is, to me, just screams like, oh, if you think the guy's gonna push a button, just throw this out, dude, and it'll work. And you get a lot of damage from it and all that, and it looks really cool and whatever. But the fact is, like, the conventional reaction, the knee-jerk reaction to that would be like, oh, they're encouraging like random guessing. Whereas like it's not so much that. They're like at the surface level, yeah, they're encouraging players to throw out an ultra. To throw out their super, and then against somebody's poke or something, and then have them be like, oh crap, I got hit by a super. It's random. But it's more than that, because once you start getting into the more competitive level play, it's not so much the person that has the super, it's the other guy. They're encouraging that guy to trick the opponent into wasting his meter. And I respect that a lot. I respect the fact that when you want to do combos in the game, you have to commit to it. And so like you can get baited out and punished for it. And I respect the fact that guessing with a super is a real threat, so because you can trick the other guy into wasting his super. Like in Street Fighter 4, if someone's got an ultra, he's gonna have that ultra unless he lands the ultra on me. That's the end of the story. And then a lot of guys, they're just gonna be looking for jabs and shorts anyway. So it's just like jab, jab. It's like short, jab, jab, uppercut, FADC ultra. It's like great. It gets really, really boring at very high level play because everybody's kind of looking for that same thing over and over. Whereas in this game, I really respect it because you can trick them into wasting the meter. And meter is going to be, meter management is a huge, huge thing in this game. Anyway, that's my take on how meter works in Mortal Kombat, and I think it's actually really cool. Although, I personally think for Sector, X-Ray is still not that great. Although, if you're getting hounded, then it is a get off me move that has armor and that kind of stuff like that. It does go full screen, so which is good in some situations. But yeah, man. Freaking Dandai was using his was Raiden's X-Ray on me? Oh my god. Because Raiden doesn't really need to use EX and combos all that much. And so guy has X-Ray all the time. It's so annoying. Like empty jump X-Ray or like teleport behind X-Ray and stuff like that. I'll try to uppercut, he eats uppercut and hits me, like, oh my god. Yeah. It's actually very it's the first super system that I've seen of this type basically since Super Turbo. Everything else has just been a hit confirm fest, and supers to me are not so interesting when they're basically extensions of like Chun-Li's low forward from Third Strike or something. It's not their own move, they're not interesting on their own, and Mortal Kombat makes them interesting on their own. That's really cool to me. Oh, and I enjoy the fact that there's only 1 meter. I don't like games that have, I think games that have more than 1 meter are kind of annoying to me because, or at least, the execution of it maybe, like, I don't know. I always thought that like Street Fighter 4 might be very interesting. Like when Vanilla was around, like DPF ADC Ultra was like the name of the game for a long time. It was, I was like, man, what if FADC took half of your revenge bar and not from your EX bar? Because that means DPF ADC would still be possible, but it would require a full ultra meter, and it would only allow you a level 1. Whereas if you got it some other way, then you can get a lot more damage or something. And simultaneously, it will also encourage people to use supers, because almost nobody uses supers in that game because FADC and EX are so good. But in any case, I like that Mortal Kombat has it all on 1 meter, so it's like a very resource management type of thing. I don't know, I think it's really cool. I don't know how competitive the game will be. Again, like I don't know if it's very well balanced, and if there's good variety and creativity and stuff like that. Right now it feels really fun. Like I'm playing it casually a lot. It's really fun. But yeah. So that's what I think about the super meter. It's really nerdy for me to talk about. Anyway, I'm still gonna be probably not posting very much like the old style, like just like me going to tournaments and capturing video all that much anymore, especially because like my personal life is really getting kind of crazy. There's gonna be a lot of changes in my life, and I kind of need the time to concentrate on a lot of my own goals, and plus keep the website updated and everything. If you haven't gone to the website, then go check it out. It's really cool. Yeah, man. But the good news is I did get a job offer. So that's really happy. For those of you that have been with me for the last couple months, like you guys know that I'm getting laid off from my current job, but I have a new job offer now, so that's really cool. I'll give you guys more updates on that situation because my life situation will be making changes. Alright guys, thanks for bearing with me this far, if you have. But yeah man, I'll see you next week.